Two questions that we're going to answer about Interstellar. First of all, is the story plausible in the sense of its science, and how does the science enhance it? Also, Tarzan case are pretty cool, and we have a list of the best robots in film and where Tarzan case are in that list.
Yes, we do.
Mason, you want to start us off with the science stuff?
Okay. First thing we have planned on this docket is talking about space-time warping. All right, and the cool thing about space-time warping, right, is that it's not fucking real.
What?
It probably could never happen.
Well, I think it's pretty plausible in my opinion.
You think it's pretty plausible?
Because I mean, it's in the same way like gravitational pull, where it's on a single plane, you know, and the weight of that object gravitationally affects time as well.
Yeah, you can use light in a lot of ways to kind of verify that, because light can escape black holes.
Like shown in the movie, and it's also shown in real life of a picture of a black hole, how light is warped around the black hole.
Yeah, and light is often represented as like physical time, because if you go 65 million light years into space, you have a giant telescope, and you look at Earth, you will see dinosaurs.
It would take you more time to get 5
It would, of course.
Years.
Of course, that's an entirely implausible situation.
Listen, how is a human going to go through a wormhole and not get like ripped apart into mush?
Well, I mean, I think the existence of wormholes in of itself is a plausible thing, but traveling through them, that
might be a little bit of a Hollywood
would be
idea.
Very dangerous, of course.
But they had to do it.
A lot of the stuff in the movie is very plausible, but they had to push the story forward, of course.
Yeah, and it's based off a physics book, which is fairly like nonfiction and everything. But it uses some of the physics to explain like what they're doing instead of like being completely realistic.
Yeah, of course. In real life, if Matthew McConaughey flew into a black hole, he wouldn't even make it into the black hole before he was ripped apart.
Yeah, because the amount of G-force even before getting there.
This movie isn't based on a real story.
No, it's based off of physics, like a real physics book.
It's a true story.
So Matthew McConaughey didn't actually go through a wormhole.
No, it's a true story. It really is.
Okay, yeah, Matthew McConaughey. It's actually live recording. That's what the movie is.
Really?
Yeah, it's live action. You know.
Holy. Okay, well now that leads directly into our next point. The fourth and fifth dimension, guys. How do you feel? How are you guys feeling about this?
Fourth, like we're in the third dimension. We're like in the third dimension. We're like watching a movie in the movie theater. We can't control it. We can't go back. We can't go forward. We're just watching it happen.
That's such a good metaphor.
And we can remember things that happened back then, but we can't go and scroll back and look at it. And the fourth dimension is if we were the man upstairs controlling the movie. You know, there's the guy that has the projector screen up in the little box. If you look behind you, he can move the screen or the time of the movie back and forth. Right. He's in the fourth dimension while. So
you're saying movie theater workers exist in the fourth dimension,
essentially,
while we all exist in the third.
The only difference between a movie worker and the fourth dimension is the fourth dimension you can also interact with that point in time.
That's true.
The fifth dimension now would be the movie director, because he could go in and change while he's making the movie. He can add in things. He can take out things.
That's crazy.
Change scenes to be slightly different. So the movie director's in the fifth dimension. That's the best way.
So basically what you're saying is we're in the worst possible
we could be in 1D.
Yeah, first dimension.
Explain 1D.
First dimension, if you were to go backwards, I feel like...
It's just like a string, and you're going along the string. It's not even 2D where it's just a square.
Yeah.
It's just a string.
Yeah.
Cryo.
That could be the first dimension, just nothing.
You guys think you could actually
you exist, but you can't feel or see or hear anything.
Did Walt Disney cryo freeze himself beneath Disney World?
Well, he did cryo freeze himself.
Is he going to become alive though?
I don't know.
I thought he did.
Do you think that's plausible for humans?
I mean, if it's the right conditions. Like hibernation, animals hibernate, right?
Thing is, in a frozen state, though, it would burst your cells. So there's only a limited amount of time that you could actually be in cryo-freeze and sustain that.
Well, if you look at animals hibernating, they're not actually fully asleep either, but they're still able to...
Well, but the thing about cryo-freezing is that you won't age while you're doing it. So it's kind of like moving forward in time while you're still yourself.
That's the point of the freezing aspect, is because it's supposed to keep you in the same state that you were at the beginning. But that's just impossible because the freezing state would just...
Thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed.